Speaking with Attorney General Tim Fox. And Tim, I understand that your office is going to be working to try to help eliminate some synthetic drugs from retail locations. What's this all about?
Well, certainly you might recall, Peter, in the 2013 legislature, my office brought a bill that was sponsored by Representative Tom Berry from the Roundup area to criminalize the manufacture, sale, or possession of synthetic drugs like spice is one of the common names you hear. These drugs mimic actual illegal drugs, and they're made through chemistry to avoid regulation. And so what we did in 2013 was, with using the very capable scientists we have at the crime lab, we came up with basic building blocks for all of these synthetic drugs, the chemical building blocks, and put that into statute. And so we now have a baseline with which to know what synthetic drugs are illegal. And what we've seen across the country, not so much in Montana, but in lots of other places across the country, is that retail gas station operators have been selling these synthetic drugs. And so what we did today was we sent a letter to about 6 of the largest branded gasoline retailers, companies like Phillips 66 and Exxon and BP and others, and expressed our concern. This is a letter that I co-signed with 43 other attorneys general. We're expressing our concern that some of these branded retail operators are selling these illegal synthetic drugs, and we ask these companies to basically prohibit their franchisees from selling these synthetic drugs. And so we're hopeful that that'll help with the problem. Unfortunately, there are a lot of young people in particular who have been consuming these synthetic drugs. They're dangerous. They can cause all sorts of health problems. We've seen many hospital admissions and accidents relative to the use of synthetic drugs. So Montana can be proud that we're keeping ahead of the curve. We don't see as big a problem here, but when 44 attorneys general band together and send a letter to a large company like Exxon or BP or Phillips 66, you can probably imagine that they'll take note of that and hopefully act.
Well, now, Tim, I'm just wondering, what is it about some of these things that make them legal to sell in these retail locations in the first place?
Well, they're not. In most jurisdictions now, and I can't tell you that all states have laws like Montana's that criminalize synthetic drugs, but in most cases, whether or not it's just people who are trying to make a quick buck or actual criminals who are marketing these things, what we're concerned about is when you add a dangerous substance like this, particularly one that's illegal, with a branded company that spends millions of dollars each year marketing and trying to make their company look better than the next. That's a dangerous combination because unwary consumers can come into those establishments and they may or may not know what it is that they're buying, and they may think that because a credible company is branded on the outside of the retail gas station, that what they sell inside over the counter is safe and can be trusted, and that's not always the case.